So right now, rumors are saying the Sixers are no longer interested in Paul George, but then there's going to be another source that's going to say we are interested. So I don't know what we're going to do with Paul George at this point. It's kind of weird. Honestly, I'd rather have Brendan Ingram. But yeah, that's enough Paul George. I want to talk about OG Anunoby. OG Anunoby is one of the best free agents, honestly, out there. The Knicks offered him a contract, and he was not thrilled. He didn't like whatever they offered him, and that's the thing, right? The Knicks have to keep all of these players. It's hard. It's hard to keep all these players and keep them happy, right? Like he probably wants a 20 mil or 25 mil a year contract, which is, I would say he's earned it, right? If you look at Malik Monk, he re-signed with the Kings for 19 million. So yeah, I would say OG deserves a little bit more, probably 25 mil or even up to 30. I wouldn't give him 30 mil a year, but he is young. He's 26 or 27, around that ballpark. He is impact wise, he's one of the best impact players in the league, right? The Knicks traded for him, and what was the record? Like 20-3 with having OG Anunoby on the court. So this guy's a game changer. And like I said in the other video, like we better not let the Celtics sign this guy, bro. Like we cannot let the Celtics sign him. We cannot let the Heat or the Cavs or any other Eastern team. Can we be the guy to sign an OG Anunoby? A guy who can tremendously change our roster, change our identity. He's a lockdown defender. He's great with rebounds. He cooked us on offensive rebound, right? On the rebounding point in the playoffs. He's a great shooter. He's honestly a playmaker. Not a playmaker, but he can create his own shot. So I feel like there's no wrong about him. If you overpay for OG Anunoby, he's still going to bring that impact, right? So yeah, I love OG Anunoby. I've always been a fan of him. We need to bring him back, reunite him with Nick Nurse. I mean, I feel like there's no negatives. There's literally no negatives about signing at OG Anunoby. Yes, we might overpay, but he's going to be better than a Tobias Harris. And it's crazy because a lot of changes are happening in NBA right now. JJ Redick is now the head coach of the Lakers, which is insane to me. JJ Redick, that's crazy. I don't know why the Lakers like to hire these guys with no experience, and then they get mad at the coach for not being a great coach. Like, it's because they have no experience. But okay, make the same problems, make the same mistakes. Go ahead. The Thunder and the Bulls make a trade. The Thunder now have Alex Caruso, and honestly, I think it's a great trade for both teams, honestly, because the Bulls need a point guard, right? Lonzo Ball was their point guard. He was their guy, and once they lost their main point guard and the guy who was just the leader for the team, they went downhill, right? They were a playoff team. With Lonzo, they were a playoff team. Without Lonzo, without a true point guard, it's hard. So yeah, I think it's a good trade for both teams. Josh Giddey and the Shea fit didn't really work well, in my opinion. Like, whenever I watched them, I'm just like, why is Josh Giddey even playing? You know what I mean? Like, he's a point guard, but Shea can basically do everything Giddey could do. So I think it's a great trade. Now the Thunder have a guy who just does all the dirty work, plays great defense, and honestly is a 40% three-point shooter. Like, Alex Caruso, I really wanted him. He's a winning player as well. There's no negatives really I can say about Caruso. Thunder honestly are the team, not saying they're the team to beat, but they're one of the best teams in the league now. With making this trade, this was a great freaking trade for them. And there's still trades available for the Sixers to do. Like I said in the beginning of the episode, Paul George, the interest I guess has waned from the Sixers. I'm not sure how to really. It's weird because how can you just be all in on a player and then not be? There has to be something said. Maybe Paul George does not want to come to Philly. That's probably what it was. But there's still other players that want to get traded, like a Zach LaVine. I feel like Zach LaVine has always been connected to the Sixers for the last, 3 seasons. Like, I feel like if this was last season, I'd be like, yes, let's get a Zach LaVine. Now I'm kind of past the Zach LaVine hype train. I mean, if he was good enough, they would have been a playoff team, right? Like, Zach LaVine had DeMar DeRozan on his team, right? And who else? Kobe White. Did they have Vucevic? They had Vucevic. Like, the team should have been a playoff team, right? And if Zach LaVine's not good enough to lead that team, then, is he really a all-star level player? So, yeah, I would be hesitant on a Zach LaVine trade. Like I said, Miles Bridges, I would love a Miles Bridges signing if you can get him from maybe a little team-friendly. When I mean team-friendly, like 20 mil, right? Like, I'm hoping we can get him for that, which would be amazing. Also, if you sign a Miles Bridges, I don't know if you would want a Kelly Oubre back. They're kind of similar players, but you can have one starting, have one off the bench, and they're both energy guys that play defense. They're very long, very athletic. And we also have Ricky Council, too. We can't forget about Ricky, right? I feel like Ricky needs to make a big jump this offseason. He needs to get some minutes, right? Like, develop yourself into a shooter where there's no way you cannot be playing. I feel like he's good at defense. He's a great finisher around the rim. I mean, he gets his foul calls, which is insane. He's a rookie. He's getting and ones, touch fouls. I'm like, okay, so this guy knows how to draw fouls. He knows how to absorb contact. And if the only thing he needs to work on is his jump shot. Like, if he wants playing time, just work on that jump shot all offseason. You'll get some playing time. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Like I'm saying, the rumors are very weird right now. Like, Paul George, how can our interest die down in like 12 hours? Maybe something came up. Maybe Paul George said he does not want to come to Philly. Something like that had to happen. But yeah, guys, if anything happens, I'm going to make a video. I'll catch you guys. Drop a like, subscribe to my channel. I'll catch y'all.